Hi guys, so today we're doing question 3, which is my vertical projectile problems. You're more than welcome to pause the video and attempt the problems by yourself. Alright, so let's begin. Q3. Right. So let's read the question statement and hear what is going on. So far you can see a building and a V and a ball and whatever it is, but then yeah. So they say a ball is thrown vertically upwards with a velocity v from the edge of the roof of a 40-meter tall building. Okay, and the ball takes 1.5 seconds to reach its maximum height. Ignore a resistance. So they say first things first. Like I usually say, I won't write down. I won't write down the definition, but I'll say it. They say define free fall, and free fall is when an object moves under the influence of gravity. In simple terms, yeah. But then yeah. Right, now 3.2.2.1 states calculate the magnitude of the initial velocity v of the ball. Right, so we've been given important information like the maximum height. We know that the vf is 0, like the v initial, which is the one that we're looking for, and the a, which is 9.8 meters. I'm taking upwards as positive, and this one is going to be negative 9.8 meters per second squared. And what else am I missing? The time. Very well, right? So the change in t, which is 9.3, 9.53, right? All right, now we can now get into the solving part, which is vf is equals to, I'm using this equation of vf is equals to v initial plus a change in t. Now after doing this, I can substitute, and your equation should look like this after substituting, and your v initial will be what? Will be 14.99999, so which is equivalent to what? 15 meters per second, right? So yeah, that's the v initial. It's supposed to be positive because this the ball was projected up by 15 meters per second. Right. Now let's do the maximum height. Now calculate the maximum height reached by the ball above the edge of the roof. Alright, so they want us to find the maximum height of which it reached. So they want the change in y. And now we know what we can use the v initial if you want, but then I do recommend that you use it. So I'm gonna use minus 14.99. You can use this 15, it's okay, but I just want to use 14.99. And I know that my change in time is what? It's 1.53 seconds. Then what else am I missing? There's nothing else that I'm missing apart from the a, which is always negative 9.8 meters per second, since I take up as positive. Now the equation that I'm going to use is change in y is equals to the v initial change in t plus 1 over 2a change in t squared. Now since I know that my v initial is 14.99 or 15 as you like it, then the time it's 1.53, the acceleration is negative 9.8 and 1.53 squared. Then what else am I missing? Nothing else. Then your answer should be 11.47 meters after calculations. That is the answer you should get. Right. So this is basically the maximum height at which the ball reached. Right. Now let's move on to the other one. Now even if you can even use this one, the change in y, this equation, change in y v initial plus vf over 2 change in t. You can even use this one because you have the time, you have the v initial, you know that maximum point, the time, the vf is what? Is 0. So what else are you missing? There's nothing much that you can say. Yeah, good. So let's move on. 3.3. Take the edge of the roof as a reference point. Determine the position of the ball relative to the edge after 4 seconds. Okay, so basically they want you to find, let's say here it's the point, 0 point. So it's projected up and then it will come down. They want you to find the position of the ball relative to this point, right? So how can you do it? Oh, they want you to find below. Oh, yeah, good. Since they say take the edge of the roof as the reference point, as if it's 0, the origin, determine the position of the ball relative to the edge after 4 seconds. So below the edge, right? Good. So since we know that we have v initial, of which it is 14.99, which is 15, and I have my change in t, which is after 4 seconds, and I have my a, which is 9.8 negative, right? So I'm not missing anything apart from this. So I'm then going to use this equation, change in t plus 1 over 2a change in t squared. Then my v initial is what? My v initial is 14.99, and my time is 4 seconds. My acceleration is negative 9.8 and 4. Please be careful of your when you of your sign convention. It's so important because yeah, mistakes can be made. So just like that, our answer can be, it is negative 18.4 meters. That's the point after, right? So the position is what? Is 18.4 meters downwards below the edge. Downwards. Yeah, below the edge of the roof. That's why it's negative. So basically your answer, you should write it as 18.4 meters downwards. So yeah, for simplicity sake, here's what happened. Now we do know that this is the maximum height at which the ball reached, right? So if you were to times it by 2, the maximum height, you would get how much? You would get 22.94. Now that's the distance it took to even reach the whole path, right? So in this sake, that's how you would basically say it. But then since we found it to be 18, this means it's under the it's below the reference point. Yeah, it's below the reference point. And take note of the time. So guys, just like that, we have reached the end of this video, and I hope that you liked it. Please like and subscribe, and just like that, I'll see you in the next one.